Hi, it's Stephanie Staples from Your Life Unlimited, and I'm here with Catherine Williams today. She's the owner of Able Communications. We are sharing the stage at a nursing conference, and Catherine was here talking about bullying. So it's a tough subject, Catherine. Wow, it's a heartfelt subject, obviously close to your heart. So tell us in a nutshell some issues about bullying and what we can do about it and how we can recognize it.
Well, I'm mostly interested in bullying in the workplace, which was recognized about 20 years ago as a specific kind of phenomenon. And it's quite prevalent. People usually assume that if they have a bad boss or bad coworkers, that it's just one of those things that we have to put up with it. But in fact, it has been identified as a particular kind of violence. Its goal is solely to do harm. There is no good side to bullying.
Well, one thing that you said that really kind of stood out to me was the difference between bullying and harassment. So, and one of the keys you mentioned was the time length that it goes over.
Yes, harassment is basically an attack on someone's civil rights, as identified in the Canadian Human Rights Act. It can be just one act; it could happen only once. But bullying is a pattern of behavior that takes place over time. It can last over months, over years sometimes. And harassment will contribute to bullying.
All right, so we've recognized it, we know what's happening. What are some tools that we can use? What can we do?
The first and most important tool is to recognize that it's happening and to not go into denial and say that, everything's fine, I just have to tough it out. No, if you're being bullied, it is an attack and you need to recognize that. But once you get past the stage of denial, it's necessary to start recognizing the signs that bullies give off. The pattern that they exhibit, for example, will be repeated acts of individual harassment, like denying an employee credit for work that's due, trying to make an employee work overtime at the last minute. And again, it's a repeated pattern. They keep doing it. There are many, many things that constitute bullying. But the key is to recognize that pattern.
And I guess if you start to feel, I would imagine you would intuitively sort of feel that something is not right here.
Oh yes, people do intuitively feel it, but they often fall into the trap of thinking that it's just themselves.
Oh.
And people will not assume that the bully is to blame. They'll think there's something I'm doing wrong.
Is the bully picking on one person specifically, or are they bullying?
The bully will try to make each individual person think they're their only one.
Oh.
But they will typically attack more than one person.
Well, I know there's way more information than we can do in a 2-minute video, but you have a book and it's called
Workplace Bullying, a Survival Guide. It's a kind of a first aid kit for people who are being bullied for the first time.
So if you're interested in more information about bullying, if you think it's happening to you, my guess is it's probably happening to you, right? If you have that feeling that it is, you might want to check out Catherine's book. Lots of resources, lots of information. Feel free to visit Your Life Unlimited as well. Lots of free resources for personal growth. As usual, I'm Stephanie Staples, encouraging you to live your life unlimited.